says there's a...
Geschaut av kodle billunis.
Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret.
Usætter kommer sad.
Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually.
The
tree's going to bleed death from its roots if you keep taking her for granted. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Pick up the pace race. Terminal. Slap. Wow, wow, wow. Time for an adventure, for good or bad. Some rubber scrap got uncovered over there. You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out. If you close your eyes hard enough to reality, your mind opens to let memories in. That's one way to remember what's forgotten. When an unwanted memory intrudes on the mind, it is a natural reaction to want to block it out or just change it. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. You weren't supposed to know how to start the automaton pew-pew pang, but clearly you figured that out way back then. Frosty. Right in the face. You've had better days. Oh, watch! When a story comes to you, pay attention. This region is known as the Canuckstonies. You can't find a harder place in the world. All fired up. Snowball. Close encounter. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. Finally found the village of Bumlidoff. Let's see. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride gnotes. and that tradition continued through the years. Nope, you still have to feed them, but food's easier to find than go juice. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another.
Kuri kumbala muma. Taifanama.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so...
Anora ka papum.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her majut when you were a kid.
Kuri kumbala muma.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't.
Pial tu ma.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Andro?
Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all...
Ariaroche nui mumera.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that...
Monibasa.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long.
Kala.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got...
Inyada aldo.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Amun.
She wants Lupa Lupin to pay too, even though she strongly believes forgiveness is the stronger.
Bam! The dark wins again. Right? Right?
That's right! Think! The right thing is right there!
Oh, shut...
Makes me feel brighter by the second.
Don't doubt your...
Amun.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Taifanama numa.
The choices can be overwhelming, but you have to choose, or you just stay where you are. And
Asil natu.
so happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the gnotes die with it.
Kialdo male kanoto.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping.
Inyada aldo.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Rumble marsa mundo.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about.
Inyada aldo.
But let's not speak of that now.
Amun.
She has an idea where the majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named...
Asadurutu.
The majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Tukonda.
You should lead the majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Pial tu ma.
She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop.
Masamal.
For a beastie, this mount is so gentle. found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. The world needs saving. Make the most of the day. Shot through. Wow, lucky. Growl it into a higher gear. Nice. Some bark wood scrap for you.
Minä lagi mamuri.
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But Noko is still...
Kanjala no toro.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm.
Berry?
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Kapuri kumbala mua.
She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical... You can take all the hits. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Need a key? Looks like some solid wood scrap there. History is nothing but a series of stories. Nothing beats the darkness. That's a pling-plong booth from the bygone, back when you needed to cable words via buzzwire instead of airwave. Looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Hunker down or keep marching on. Want to get your arms swole? Got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good, looking better. This is harder than it looks. Just tiptoe along. Bolted shut. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. You shouldn't be surprised if you stumble on more of these. It's an electro panel, a closed loop that pushes voltage spark. Flick the switches in order to green light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is. Ready to roll? The day is calling.
Sadurutu.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Amun.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Sana jotpa.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old world.
Kanamunta.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away.
Dere?
Seems the old world had plenty to offer, an all-in-one place for those obsessed with material things. Almost too much, if you ask her.
Kialdo male kanoto.